Well, this crowd is roaring here at Pro Players Stadium and getting set for baseball and a big day of festivities, the team introductions, and the goosebumps, I'm sure, not only for the fans, but the players and certainly skipper Jack McKeon and his staff here today. Jeff Conine will play today. Walked into Jack McKeon's office, told him I'm feeling much better from that sinus infection. Jack said, okay, then you're in, and that was the conversation. Jeff has lost some weight, though. He's been bothered for almost a week with this. He's a little weakened, but he is going to play today. He wouldn't want to miss it. Two other guys would not either. Len Casper, Tommy Hutton. Len here for his third year, and Tommy Hutton, 40th year in baseball. Guys, it's going to be a fun ride. Good to throw it back upstairs to you.
All right, good to see you, Craig, and what an atmosphere here. Kind of feels like a postseason atmosphere, very familiar feel from about 5 months ago, but we move ahead and look forward to 2004. Let's talk about the big changes offensively for this club. At first base, Hesop Choi, and behind the plate today, Ramon Castro.
And Len, good to see you. A little shorter off season, but we all loved it. But think about the two new guys, and we'll certainly see them. They're starting in this game. We'll see them early on in the year. I think a big year for Hesop Choi. The 25-year-old Korean has power. A couple of years ago in AAA, he hit 26 home runs. Got off to a good start last year with the Cubs. He was actually the National League Rookie of the Month for the month of April. Had 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. We all know that Ramon Castro has pop. 370 career at-bats in the major leagues. He has 15 career home runs. So the former first-round pick of the Houston Astros is finally going to get an opportunity to be an everyday catcher. Now, I think 370 ABs, 15 home runs. Would you take it right now?
Oh, I probably would. I'll tell you, Bill Robinson really likes this offense. He thinks the Marlins are going to score some runs again in 2004, and they were probably a little bit better last year than a lot of people thought. Craig, we're ready to go here. Of course, the first pitch will be a little after 1 o'clock. We'll have all the festivities coming up, and an intense rivalry here between the Expos and Marlins. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Guys, what about the thoughts? The Marlins are not picked by anybody, and I think that plays right into this team's hands.
You know, I think it's great that they're flying under that radar, and that's just the way it was last year. So, hey, go at it again.
Well, speaking of flying under the radar, it looks like the parachuters are trying to navigate the windy conditions here at Pro Players Stadium, and we'll catch up with a few of them as they land. One has landed so far. We're looking in the sky for some 6 or 7 others. We'll have that as Marlins on Deck, presented by Mike's Hard Lemonade, continues. And we get set for opening day 2004. There's no other day like it in sports. Back with more in a moment.
Baseball, let's check out the Montreal Expos starting lineup presented by Toyota. Peter Bergeron had a terrific spring, made the club. He's going to lead off and play center. Jose Vidro's at second. Another switch hitter, Carl Everett, is out and right. Orlando Cabrera, a terrific shortstop, will hit fourth. Brad Wilkerson was going to be the left fielder on opening day, but Nick Johnson's on the DL, so he'll get the start at first. Tony Batista comes over to the National League from the Orioles. Termel Sledge makes his major league debut today. Brian Schneider's back of the plate, and he'll catch Livan Hernandez. Check out the umpires for today. Bruce Breming, who has a home in Vero Beach just up the coast, will be behind the plate. Marvin Hudson's at first, Hunter Wendelstedt at second, and Tim Timmons is at third. And you couldn't really dial it up much better. It's been a windy spring. So the wind's out of the east at 14, but the temperature's 78 beautiful degrees, 56% humidity. And the fans hopefully will enjoy a very good baseball game to boot today.
Well, those 14-mile-an-hour winds, a lot less than we saw in a number of games up at Roger Dean Stadium during spring training. There's a look at Josh Beckett, who pitched very well against the Expos last year. In 3 games, he was 1-0 with a 1.20 ERA. Yeah, he has that big-time heater. I think we found out about that in Game 6 of the World Series. And a bigger Uncle Charlie with the curveball. Making his second consecutive opening day start, Josh Beckett had a so-so spring. ERA was in the 5s. He tried to work on his changeup and his curveball. And I think the one thing that he's really zeroed in on this year, when you look at his totals from last year, he had 23 starts. Josh's only goal this year is to have 34 or 35 starts. He feels if he's able to do that, number one, that means he's healthy. And he feels if he's healthy, he'll put some pretty good numbers up there.
I have to believe, Tommy, that health is probably the #1 goal for the Marlins. They like their lineup. They love their starting rotation. The bullpen may be another question, but when you talk about the rotation, if the big horses can make 30 starts each, this team's going to be in fine shape.
Talking about fine shape, we'll check out the defense today. The defensive alignment is presented by Rico. There you check out the outfield first with Jeff Conine, Juan Pierre, and Miguel Cabrera. And Cabrera with a terrific spring, has a strong arm from right field. Mike Lowell, Alex Gonzalez on the left side, extremely solid. How about that tandem up the middle in Alex and Luis? Luis Castillo, last year's Gold Glove winner at second base. Hee-Seop Choi, or as his pitcher today, Josh Beckett, calls him Hip-Hop. Hip-Hop Choi at first base. Ramon Castro will be behind the plate, and looking forward, both catchers, Ramon Castro and Mike Redmond, looking forward to getting lots of playing time this year.
So Bergeron will start it, then Vidro and Everett for the Expos here in the first.
On the ground.
Got him. How about that start?
Well, we told you about that Uncle Charlie, and there it was to Bergeron on that strike 3 call. A couple of fastballs, missed with a fastball, and the hammer. See you later.
So 1 away, and that'll bring up Jose Vidro. Talk about terrific double play combinations in the National League. Cabrera and Vidro for the Expos, Gonzalez and Castillo for the Marlins. First pitch swinging, and Vidro's out as he flies to center. Carl Everett, two-time All-Star, split last year between the Rangers and the White Sox. The wind and the 1-2. Everett swings and misses, and Castro will have to throw to first to record the out. Couple of strikeouts for Beckett in the first inning. The defending world champion Marlins offense will come up when we come back. Starting lineup presented by Toyota. This team won 91 games last year. Juan Pierre starts it. He'll be followed by Luis Castillo. How about Miguel Cabrera? He's 20 years old. He's the #3 hitter in the Marlins lineup. Mike Lowell cleans up. Jeff Conine's going to make the start today, bothered by a sinus infection last week. Hee-Seop Choi in his first game as a Marlin. Ramon Castro replaces Pudge Rodriguez. It's Alex Gonzalez and Josh Beckett. Last year in the majors last year. Won 15 games. Led the National League in innings pitched and complete games. This is not an easy matchup for the Marlins.
Well, a unique matchup, too, because you have 2 former MVPs of the World Series.
Here he comes with a 1-1 to Pierre. Smacked up the middle, base hit.
Well, 204 hits last year. He might as well start this year off the same.
Last year with a .314 average.
Here's a little rundown on Livan Hernandez.
And he throws to first. And picked him off. Wilkerson with a tag. A terrific move by Hernandez.
Things up. He also is quick on his feet, and a perfect throw right to Brad Wilkerson at first base. No doubt about that call.
Popped up, foul territory. Batista just had enough room to make the catch. Those numbers after he made his major league debut on June 20th. To right field, drifting over is Everett. And after a leadoff hit by Juan Pierre, no runs. Nothing. 2-3 first inning for Josh Beckett. Couple of strikeouts, and he'll face Orlando Cabrera, the Expos shortstop. And he hits it to center. That's routine for Juan Pierre as he flips down the shades. On the shelf for about 4 or 5 days. Didn't do a whole lot, but he said it's opening day. I'm going to play. That's a lazy fly to right. In his 3rd season with the Expos, 846 career wins, one ahead of Jack McKeon. Another fly ball, this one to left center, and Conine's coming in. He will make the catch. 6-pitch inning for Beckett. Mike had that little injury bug. Talked about the elbow early in spring. Hit by a couple of pitches. That's deep to left. And it is off the wall for Mike Lowell. He's going to have to hustle to get to second. And he's in with a double. Carried over Termel Sledge out and left.
Breaking ball, and it's so funny. And you talk about he didn't hit a home run all spring. He misses one here, but drives one off the fence in left field and is able to sneak in with a 2-base hit.
A few sleepless nights with a nasty sinus infection.
The toughest part for a player, Jeff keeps himself in such great shape.
Lowell is at second. Nobody out here in the second. And Conine strikes out. That's the first K today for Levant. Now the Marlins debut for Hee-Sop Choi, who came over from the Chicago Cubs in the Derek Lee deal in the offseason. And he said, I misjudged him. Hit high in the air, deep right, Everett back. See ya!
Welcome to South Florida, hip-hop.
He hip-hopped that one out of here. Here.
Well, what a way to introduce yourself to a full house. Notice that ball drifted a little bit more, got too much of the plate for Levant's liking. A little trouble getting out of the box for Choi, but he took it deep into right center. That second strike, he fouled a pitch off his foot, so that could be some lingering effects from that.
Got him. Ramon Castro called out on strikes for the second out. Here he comes with a 1-2. Lazy fly to left center. Termel Sledge under it. And the Marlins are done. But they get on the board first. Hee-Sop Choi with a 2-run blast. So how's Termel Sledge feeling right now? First major league at bat. And it's quickly 0-2, a fastball, and then a curve from Beckett.
And against the guy I'm sure he watched in the World Series last year.
Another one in the air. Right on second base is Alex Gonzalez. The end of the year. This year looked like former Marlin Greg Zaun was going to make the Expos and back up Schneider. But over the weekend, Einar Diaz was acquired from Texas. 1-1. Popped up again. Lowell and Castro give it a look. Mike's calling for it. 2 down. Last year on opening day, he went 2 2/3, which is what he's gone today, but he allowed 7 runs against the Phillies. The ball's hit pretty well, but Juan Pierre's there to retire Levant Hernandez. 2 zip. Fish.
The shallow fly balls. May.
Struck him out. So for Hernandez, that's his 3rd strikeout over the last 2 innings.
Look what happened between innings. Of course, before the ball game, parachuters took down this from the sky and landed on the field to a big crowd ovation. And then in between innings, they raised the 2003 beautiful World Championship banner to a roaring applause from this crowd. And great pregame festivities as well. Guys, I love what Larry Beinfest told his team. Don't turn the page, but take what you learned last year. Take what you got to work with and use it this year to apply it to try and defend. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Craig. Juan Pierre hits it fouled on the right field line. Oh, man, Juan Pierre just finding a way to get on. And he's 2 for 2. Tap to first. Wilkerson's going to throw to second, but it pulls the shortstop Cabrera off the bag. Everybody's safe. Johnson's a very good defensive first baseman, but now Wilkerson playing a bit out of position. So 2 men on for Miguel Cabrera.
Yep, that was ugly.
2-2 pitch. Got him. Now, Levant Hernandez has struck out 4 today. Here it comes. And the bases are loaded.
He tried to paint a fastball and just missed. That was very similar to the 3-0 pitch. You know, the Z-Pack might clear up those sinuses. Allegra D, some Claritin. What do you think a grand slam would do?
Hernandez. Runners moving. swing and a miss. Conine strikes out. The Marlins strand 3. Rest of the Expos lineup. Busted bat, flare to left, and that's going to be the first hit and base runner for the Expos. Barehanded by Conine, and he'll keep Bergeron to a single. There's a speedster at first. Jose Vidro with a line shot comebacker right over Josh Beckett. A trip. 11,310 miles. 2-2, and Everett caves. Good comeback by Beckett in that at bat. The Expos will play 22 games in Puerto Rico again this year, including 3 next week against the Marlins. Here he comes with a 2-1, and it's hit to left. Not much carry to it. Conine near the line. 2 down. He's now with the Royals. What a big comeback in the 9th inning yesterday against Ozzie Guillen's White Sox. Fans want a strikeout here. First 2 Expos reached in the inning, and Beckett trying to escape. Swing and a miss. He does escape. Still 2-0. Joy. Homered off Livan Hernandez in his first Marlins at bat in the 2nd inning.
This is fantastic. Choi is like Barry Bonds in Korea. Like my company, my newspaper, I stopped press and waited for 2 more hours. That's like a once in a year.
Yeah.
This is a special day for him and for the Korean baseball fans.
The normal deadline they extended, so they only had guys about 2 at-bats to get in the story. Had this home run happen, for example, in the 8th inning, it would not have made the big paper. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you. Popped up by Ramon Castro, left side of the infield, and Orlando Cabrera at the last second calls off Batista. So 2 outs in the inning. And let's answer our first Aflac trivia question here in 2004. Aflac Ask About It Network. Who hit the Marlins' first opening day home run? It wasn't in '93. The Marlins did not hit a home run in '93, but in '94, Jeff Conine went deep off Oral Hershiser.
He's up around all spring, and I believe I heard one story that they had to proving.
Called strike 3. 5 Ks in the last 2. Of course, the Marlins won the World Series last year. It's been 22 years since the Expos were in the playoffs last. That's the longest drought in Major League Baseball. Opening day in Edmonton, I would imagine, a little bit different than opening day here in South Florida. The 0-2 delivery, and Sledge strikes out.
Another one. Greg Maddux will tell you his fastball doesn't top out that much. 88, 89. Got to really go back before them.
Season. His first one was in the NLCS against the Cubs. Swing and a miss. That's it for the Expos in the 5th. This against Brad Penny. Radio only at 7:05. Right center. And Bergeron and Everett watch it hit the turf. Josh Beckett is 1 for 2. 1-1. Comebacker to Hernandez. He'll go to second for 1. The relay is in time. That's a rare double play that JP will hit into. For baseball. Called strike 3. Another one for Hernandez. Still 2-0 Florida.
Things up.
Goes the other way, but right under the mid of Choi. 3-2 on Bergeron, who hasn't been in the big leagues for a couple of years. He gets the walk and has reached base twice today. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. That's the first walk allowed by Beckett.
Drop the curveball in.
2-2, and that is Bear inside the bag. Bergeron is going to be sent home by Maniacta. The relay throw won't be made as Castillo will eat it, and it's 2-1.
Well, he went with the breaking ball, and Fedro, who we told you earlier, only 50 strikeouts last year. It's tough to strike out. He's all 5 years. And there's the breaking ball. He's able to sting it past Choi, and with Bergeron's speed, he scores easily from first base.
Talked about Bergeron upstairs. That's a second walk in the inning, and here comes the pitching coach. The pitch. Handcuffed Cabrera. 98. Got in his grill, and Cabrera strikes out.
That's called burying a heater in under the hands.
Here it is. Struck him out. That's number 8 for Beckett. The Expos get one. Chops one on the ground. Batista makes the play. Not noted for his great range. .3-1 is hit to center for Bergeron. That ball's hit well. Bergeron on the move, right center. And he almost collided with Everett, but he made the catch. 2-1 Marlins. Or the last decade plus over there. Bounding ball to Mike Lowell. One away. Well, the Expos have former Yankee Juan Rivera.
Wayne Rosenthal. You see how he comes out here in this 7th inning.
That is ball 4.
Pretty good patience by Sledge.
Ryan Schneider's 0 for 2. And he hits it in the air to center field. And that'll be the second out. Going to get a pinch hitter for Livan Hernandez, the aforementioned Ron Callaway. The 0-1 to Callaway is hit the other way over Lowell and into left. And stopping at second is Termel Sledge. Fans into it again. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Josh Beckett. The Expos strand 2 for the 3rd time today.
His major league debut last August against the Marlins.
Just 22 years old. In fact, he was drafted last year. First round pick out of Cal State Fullerton. Run lead. Bergeron's under it. That's last year, and he hit 5 home runs. Lines one to left for a base hit. Sledge over to get it. And it'll be a single for Castro.
Tony Taylor.
To left center. Castro stops at second. 2 men on with 1 out. So what is Jack McKeon going to do? Looks like Josh Beckett is going to head back in the dugout.
Mike Redmond ready to come in and catch the final innings. There's Damian, major league veteran, a good player, and had a good spring.
With the Expos last year, big league time with the Expos twice, the Red Sox, the White Sox, the Indians. Called strike 3, and Will is struck out by Chad Cordero. Teams pitching against them because they were so right-handed. Hee-Sop Choi adds a little bit to that mix in the middle of the lineup. Switch hitter. Damian Easley's a pinch runner. He's at second. Alex Gonzalez is at first. And that is ball 4. Swing and a miss, and the Marlins leave the bases loaded. Belongs to Chad Fox. So new battery for the Marlins here in the 8th. Swing and a miss.
There's that slider. Just enjoyed being in South Florida, and here he is back again.
Past Hee-Sop Choi into the right field corner. That'll be extra bases for Everett. And it gets all the way to the wall. Everett did not take a good turn around second. He was thinking double all the way. And that could be an important play. Couldn't ask for much more from Josh Beckett today. 7 very strong innings. He did walk 3 in his final 2 innings, but he struck out 9 today. Hit to left. Everett is going to be sent home. Conine's throw is not in time. It's a 2-2 ball game.
Again, a tough out in Orlando. Cabrera hits this ball well, and because of that, that's why Mike Lowell didn't cut the ball off. The throw kind of faded at the end. I think if Mike rethought that and had it to...
It's a 2-2 game. 3-1 to Wilkerson, and it's ball 4. Batting stances in baseball.
Whatever works.
The kick and the 2-0. Left center. Easy play for Conine. And the runners will hold.
Then he can't set you up, put you away, maybe get you to chase a slider that's a little out of the strike zone. You become more patient when you're ahead in the count as a hitter.
He's now walked 2 in the inning, and that's Texas and Detroit. And he makes his Marlins debut here in the 8th inning. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Only spring training. Well, it isn't now.
To Schneider. Oh, he's going to get out of it. Castillo to Choi. Whew. It is a 2-2 game.
Those guys who pitched for a number of years in Mexico before getting an opportunity to pitch in the major leagues.
2-2. Smack to left.
Good adjustment. The major leagues, and combined, there's a slider out over the plate. I'm sure Ayala did not want that pitch there, but combined he had 50.
Cabrera running again, and it's hit to left. And Sledge records a first out. Kick in the 1-2 pitch. Fisted down the right field line. Cabrera will get third. Conine's going to hold with a single. The 0-1 pitch to Choi. Chop towards second. Going to get 1 out. That's at first. And Cabrera scores a go-ahead run. Hee-Sop Choi with 3 RBIs today. I think he'll have enough to write about in South Korea for tomorrow. Right back. Three and 2 on Redmond. Here's the pitch. In the hole. And it's through. Conine heading to the plate. And it's 4-2 on an RBI single by Mike Redmond.
Yeah, he can be a pest, all right. Speed that he was able to pull, and he left it on the inner part of the plate. And Mike was able to pull it. Cabrera tried to just knock it down, knew that he wouldn't have a play, but wanted to keep it in the infield. Once it got by him, Jeff Conine scores, and it's a huge run.
Some insurance here in the 8th to get Brian Schneider with the bases loaded in the top of this inning. Redmond's running on an 0-2, and he'll get second base. Will it be his first ever stolen base? That's the question. Again, the official scorer has his discretion. Called strike 3, and we will head to the 9th, and the Marlins lead this one by 2. Get a 4-2 game, and it's the Marlins debut for Armando Benitez. Benitez spent last year with 3 different teams: the Mets, the Yankees, and the Mariners.
Good job by Jamie Carroll last year. Longtime minor leaguer, got an opportunity.
Hit to center. Juan Pierre is there. The night game. Got it. First of what will be many strikeouts for Armando Benitez this year. 2 down. Jose Vidro, 2 hits today. Hit in the air to deep right field, and it's 4-3. That ball was smoked by Jose Vidro.
And he absolutely crushed it. His third base hit. Single, a double, and a home run for Vidro today.
Well, how big is Mike Redmond's at bat? Bringing in that 4th run in the 8th. Carl Everett slices one to left center. Conine will not be able to make the catch. It'll one-hop the fence. Pierre will get it back into the infield. But the Expos have the tying run at second. So it's nail-biting time here at the Pro. Hopped him up. Hee-Sop Choi makes it catch, and the Marlins win. How about a second? Whew!
Yeah, you've had 2 of those today in appropriate moments.
Well, appropriate that Hee-Sop Choi made the catch for the final out. He drove in 3 today. Josh Beckett pitched a beauty, got a no decision. Matt Paraschill gets the win, and Benitez does pick up his first save with the Marlins. So they start 2004 on a winning note. Saw a little bit of everything today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and they started with another 1-run victory. We talked about the 31-run wins last year. Close ball game, some key moments. Nice base hit by Jeff Conine that set up that 3rd run, and then the at-bat that Mike Redmond had that eventually ended with a base hit that brought in the 4th run, which turned out to be huge.
Thank you, Len. I'm also with Peter Lee to my left, who will help us chat with Hee-Sop Choi. And first of all, very exciting for you today. Tell us about it.
오늘 얼마나 경기가 흥미로웠는지.
I'm happy today.
Yeah.
I help team. We make a win. Very happy.
Big 2-run homer. Let's show the first shot, the first at bat. Talk about the first at bat.
첫 타석에서 2점 홈런을 때렸는데 그런 기분이 어땠는지.
I hit just thing 9 drive. I don't know happen home run.
Is this the best day of your major league career?
미국에 와서 메이저리그에서 제일 베스트 데 가장 좋은 날인가.
Yeah, today's best day.
Congratulations, Hee-Sop.
Thank you.
All right, big day for Hee-Sop Choi, who not only knocked in the 3rd run, but also caught the final out here in his debut at a place where you're not supposed to hit home runs if you're a left-handed hitter. Back to you, Len.
Thank you, Craig. How about the new guys today? Choi with a huge day. Paraschill with a win. Benitez the save. 4-3 the final. The opener in the books. We'll have more from the Pro in a moment.